Please welcome D.M.X. Has that been your life?
About, let me see, this is 97, about 13, 14 years.
That's wild.
Yeah.
It's good to be D.M.X, yeah?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes are what I want you to talk about.
Yeah.
Trouble started early for you, didn't it?
Well, what do you mean by trouble?
It's going to be a long interview, D.M.X. You first had problems with the juvenile hall. You were incarcerated as a kid, right?
Yeah.
For what kind of stuff?
Robberies. Yeah.
Was that related to a drug thing? Or just
want to get money.
And then, so that started early, and then very recently you just got out of jail too.
Yeah.
Was it jail or prison?
Prison.
How long were you in for?
A year. Violation of probation.
Nice.
Yeah. Good old Arizona.
And you had time to think while you were there.
Well, yeah. You always get time to think, when you're sitting down and, just revamp and, clean house, so to speak.
Are things different now?
Yeah, we got a new team. I had to get rid of, previous management. Come out of prison, expecting to have something and, find out that they stole from me. And, it's a little disappointing.
So I think what people want to know is, are you done? Is this it?
Done what, with music?
No. Are you done with the criminal behavior, with the legal system?
I like to be done with the legal system. But, one thing that people don't really understand is that as a celebrity, you rarely get fair treatment. You either get love or hate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's never really fair. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you get pulled over and you get the cool cop and it's all good. Sometimes you get pulled over and you get the, that other guy and he wants to lock you up for not wearing a seatbelt.
For not wearing a seatbelt?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, you actually broke out of jail at one point, right?
Yeah. How'd you know about that?
and tell me about that experience.
It was December 16th. I think it was 1988. And I broke out, me and this other kid. I think his name was Bobby or something. And it took me 10 days to get home. It was in the middle of winter, upstate New York. Locked up, and that was kind of rough.
Let me get this right. Were you running in the upstates? If people, you're in Southern California, upstate New York in the winter is like 0 degrees.
Yeah.
And
about 3 feet of snow.
Yeah, you and another guy with the clothes on your back.
Well, what we did, we prepared for it. I saw this movie called Runaway Train, and with John Voight, I think he's in it, and Eric Roberts, and they put Vaseline on their legs and saran wrap around it and put on like 3 pairs of clothes, So we did all that
for the cold.
We did all that, yeah.
And how'd you actually break out?
We just ran. It was a medium security facility. And I said, in the middle of the winter, they don't think anybody's going to go anywhere because there's nowhere to go. It's like all farmland. But, when we get off the bus, to be an officer here and officer here, they said, when we get off the bus, just run this guy over. And we just ran out.
Just went. And how long were you a fugitive for?
Oh, maybe the 2nd or 3rd of January.
So about a month you're out.
A little less than a month.
That sounds like that was a troubling experience for you.
What was troubling?
That whole experience. It was not so good.
It wasn't the best, but I was glad to be out, so I did appreciate, something about it.
Yeah. So anything to get out.
Yeah.
And so then did they prolong your sentence because of that?
No. And that was one of the first times that I realized that I was under God's grace. You know what I'm saying? That God had a hand in my life, because I was like, damn, I know I'm gonna get 7, because it's 7 years for escape.
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta finish up the time I was supposed to do, and I'm gonna get 7 years, and I didn't get any extra time. Now, they did put me in a maximum security facility, but
for how long?
I ended up being there about 2 years.
2 years in maximum security is no. That's the real deal.
Well,
was that the only time you spent in a maximum security setting? No. So you were under God's grace in 1988, 1990. How many more arrests after that? Like 10, 12 more?
At least.
How many total?
I have no idea. But my rap sheet went half the distance of half the length of a courtroom. So they made the movie and pulled it out.
Like a big scroll, like something out of a medieval courtroom.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Something. That's quite a life.
Yeah.
And you've got this when you get out.
Yeah. I think my life is just beginning.
Wow, you've lived a lot. But and on that note, we're going to come back and ask why D.M.X says at age 3 he had actually so much rage in him already that he could have killed a man. Be right back. You had, I guess, told my producers at the age of 3, you already had enough rage in you that you were prepared, or thought at least, you could kill a man.
Well, I mean, I think it's taken a little out of context. What it was, you know, I'd be going to daycare. My mother would be bringing to daycare, and you'd have the winos in the corner, and they'd whistle and say things like, "Oh, she's mean," or whatever. And I just really thought I could, like, I thought I could kill him. Like, yeah, all I gotta do is jump on his back and choke him, and not realizing they probably would just slam me on the ground.
Tell me about your childhood. How was it at home? What, was your dad around?
No.
Dad gone?
Yep. Dad.
Do you know your dad?
I know him. I know who he is. You know.
But he was not around when you were growing up?
Not at all.
Did you resent that?
Somewhat.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
And what happened with you and your mom? You said the relationship wasn't very good.
Yeah, it wasn't really good.
You wrote about, I guess in your book, you wrote about some abuse.
Well, yeah, you know, I think back then everybody got beatings, you know? And to a certain extent, it made me a better person. You know, although, you know, some were a little extreme.
How bad did it get?
It got pretty bad.
Were you ever sent to the hospital or anything? No,
but there was plenty of days I couldn't sit down at school.
Did you have to go get the switches yourself?
Sometimes, yeah. What you know about that? We find out. Yeah, but she had set this. It was this 3 like extension cords, and she braided it together. Sometimes we'd get it with that. That was rough. Do you beat your children?
No.
You don't? At all?
You know why? Because I know what it does to their brain.
What does it do to their brain?
It changes your brain. It makes it so it's hard to regulate emotions. It puts them at risk for all kinds of stuff. And drugs and alcohol are what in my world, that's where it ends up. People use a lot of drugs and alcohol to regulate because they can't regulate themselves.
And it all comes from beatings.
Not all of it, but that's a good way to induce. It sort of shatters the brain's ability to regulate, because it's that terror. And the crazy thing, and I've said this on this show many times, the crazy thing about humans, you see if this sounds true for you, is that when we have these terrorizing experiences in childhood, we're attracted to people and places that end up recreating the same thing all over again. So we get beating, or we beat other people, or we end up in really aggressive situations and treat our partners aggressively, or get treated aggressively by partners, have trouble in relationships. That's why I don't beat my kids.
Good to know.
Do you have kids?
Yeah.
How many you got?
10.
10 kids?
Yeah.
What are the ages?
18 to 4 months.
Are you involved in everybody's life?
Yes, I am. And most of them have gotten beatings.
You beat your kids?
Not, you know, see, like, you don't really have to beat them. It's like, you know, that one time, you know, pat them on the ass, you know, smack them on the ass with the belt a couple times, and they get the point. So you know, it's not continual beating. I mean, anybody you got to beat over and over again, evidently it's not working.
So, right. So it's more like spankings you're into.
Yeah, you get them a spanking, you know, that one time after you explain to them not to do it, they go back and do it again, like, oh, you think I'm soft, huh? You know? Handle your business, then they won't do it again.
But with your mom, it got out of control.
Yeah. That's a whole other, and that's why, you know, it's like I talk to my kids first, you know, I sit them down and explain to them what they were wrong, and if I see that they're genuinely remorseful about the situation, then, you know, I'll let it go. I'll let it go, because it's about them learning. It's not about me just beating them, you know what I'm saying, or having to give them a beating. It's about them learning something, you know?
Yeah. How old were you when the drug started?
14.
14. And then they really started for real then?
No, just, like, tried it.
Dabbling then?
Yeah.
I imagine when you got very successful, though, the money...
That, yeah, made a big difference.
That accelerated the drug use, right?
Yes, it did. Yeah.
So at the height of your success, you must have had everything, right?
Yeah, but there's a lot of headaches that come with it, too.
Like what?
Like family members that you haven't seen your whole life, you know, popping up and wanting to be your friend, fake people wanting to be your friends, people asking for money, people asking for favors, just people getting on your nerves, man. It's like, damn, you know, when I was broke, I was happier because at least I knew who was around me. You know what I'm saying? I was aware of their intentions, and, you know, I knew who they were. Now it's like you can't trust anybody, you know, and that's a worse feeling than being broke.
Are there people you can be vulnerable with? That you can be really honest?
Yeah,
really be honest.
Yeah.
Because it seems like, I mean, you seem like actually a sensitive guy inside somewhere. Earl's a sensitive guy. Don't tell anybody. But I mean, you seem...
I mean, there are times, you know, like I said, I'm human.
Because I see stuff flashes past.
I see a lot of flashing going on.
Yeah, man. And if you get off that, maybe
I need a mirror or something. I don't know what's going on.
You get off and through emotions like poof, they skate past you. Like, you're sort of glancing past them. I'm interested in feelings and stuff. That's why I kind of trying to stay with that. And I hear your life story and I think, wow, That's a lot of pain. That's a lot of pain, a lot of excitement, a lot of cool stuff, a lot of
everything.
A lot of everything.
Yeah, supercharged.
Yeah. But the pain part is the part that it feels like you avoid.
I do. I do. For a long time, like when things that would like really bother me, you know, I would just block them out. There's not much room left to keep blocking things out, so I'm gonna just deal with things that bother me.
What bothers you now?
People that steal from you. You know, people that, you know, you'd be willing to give them anything they need, and, you know, they'd rather steal it. You know, can't stand a liar. Yeah.
Something recent happened?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Is this what you're talking about when you left prison? Is that that experience?
Yeah, I found out a lot of things when I left prison.
Yeah.
Found out a lot of things. Yep. Dating mother's a slut. Manager's a thief. You know. It happens.
People you really trusted.
Yeah, people I took care of. Like, it went beyond trust. Like, you know, everything you got is because of me, type of thing. You know? And you still steal from me?
Is that a new way you're dealing with stuff?
Yeah.
Because you seem really angry.
That's a new way.
And I imagine that anger could make you do...
Yeah.
Are you on probation now, or are you free? You're free.
I'm done, yeah.
And where are we at with drugs and alcohol?
What do you mean? You need some? No, but...
I think my text does, my true does. They're like, he is so funny. I got to talk to him afterwards.
You know, I drink, you know, occasionally if I'm out or in the studio or whatever, but that's about it.
Okay.
That's about it.
All right,
you know?
so the substances have calmed way down.
Yeah. Actually, pretty much disappeared.
Okay.
You know.
Did you have some sort of moment of clarity?
Yeah.
Was that in prison?
Yep.
What happened?
I was just like, you know what, the only way I'm going to get it is if I just, you know, fall back and just do it right.
Okay. And now you're out to do it right.
Yeah.
And we actually called upon you to help us change a kid's life.
Yeah.
Because you now feel like you can.
Yeah.
You don't want to see another kid going down the path that you went down.
Exactly.
All right. Now, we had a mother send us a tape. She was fearful that her son, Rayvon, would either end up dead or on the streets, in prison. Take a look at Rayvon's story. Matter of time before he ends up there. Did you see yourself in him?
Yeah. Yeah, I just didn't, you know, have anyone there to say something to me.
So if you'd had an adult role model male step in, maybe it would have been different.
Yeah.
Well, I think you're right. So after hearing how Rayvon just loved his street life and that he felt he was heading towards prison, I thought we'd send D.M.X over to give this teen a wake-up call. Take a look at this.
I'm all right. How you doing?
Good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I've been hearing a lot of things about you. You know what I'm saying? That you know, you're good with the music, but you know, you're dealing with a lot of things as well as far as the streets and everything. You know?
Yes, that's true.
All right. Well, we gonna get through it, man.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Stick around. All right.
This is crazy. I ain't never been in a situation like this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in a car with a star.
This is actually a blessing for me. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you got a lot of people that's concerned about you, a lot of people that care about you. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they just want to make sure that you make the right choices. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess, you know, I don't know what's going on, but I guess it looks like you're heading in the wrong direction. You know
I feel the same way because both of my brothers, one of my brothers still in prison, another one just got out, home invasions and robbery. And it's like a cycle for a matter of time. Like, I feel I might be on my way, you know?
Well, I mean, that's definitely what happened.
Yeah.
That's definitely what, and you don't want to go to prison, man.
Been trying to rap for like 5 years.
You're young enough, you know what I mean? You got the talent, but you got to put that effort into it.
I do that, and then I get sidetracked, go out with my friends, stay out late.
Just gotta know when to say, all right, you know, if y'all going to do some, you know, then I'm going over here. Dr. Drew got, you know, something he wants you to see.